Busy morning to everyone, especially to our beautiful professor. Let me tell you a brief story about me and my best friend. 9.5 years ago, my best friend and I went into a park. We sat on a bench beside a big mango tree. We were enjoying the scenery and the fresh air when suddenly my best friend looked so bothered and uncomfortable. He keeps on looking around. So I asked him, "Hey Prince, is something wrong?" Then he looked at me, and I know from the look in his eyes that there's really something wrong. After a while, a group of kids came and started throwing rocks at us. It was a terrifying moment. But Prince, he didn't let me get hit by the rocks thrown at us. He protected me. He stood in front of me, shouting in anger to scare the kids. And that's when they finally run away. Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend is not a human being. He's a dog. And he's been dead for 7 years. It's a true story. And yes, he's been dead for 7 years, but at least he proved his word. And I will never forget it. For me, he's a true friend and a hero sent by God. And I thank him for that. But we're not going to talk about my dog. I'll be discussing with you a topic that most of you might like to hear, especially to those who love animals. It is about the advantages and disadvantages of owning pets. I'm pretty sure that all of you know that pet is a domesticated animal that is kept for pleasure and companion rather than utility. Does anybody here have pets at home? Most people say that pets are an important source of love and friendship. Also, scientists says that it is a well-known fact that pets are good for our health, and we'll know more about that now. Why do people like having pets? And why do some people don't like having pets? Let us first know the advantages of owning pets. Number 1, pets reduce stress. According to a survey by MindLab International, people will be more relaxed after spending time with their pets. For example, there's a friend of mine. She's a hard-working lady. Like, most of her time is spent on school and work. But you know what? She is stress-free. It's because of her pet puppy that she loves to play with. And number 2, pets help people with serious illness. Cancer patients, people with heart disease can be motivated by pets. Also, significantly reduces the level of cholesterol and the blood triglyceride. While people with dogs often experience these greatest benefits, a pet doesn't necessarily have to be a dog or a cat. Even watching a fish in a tank or an aquarium can help reduce muscle tension and lower the pulse rate. Number 3, social benefits. Pets can improve communication, companionship, and promote a fully and general feeling of well-being. Pets can fill many lonely hours for some people, especially for the elderly, who live alone, and to those who feel isolated from friends and family. And here's number 4, icebreakers. Animals are great icebreakers. They encourage conversation and invite other pet owners to share stories. And here's number 5, security. Pets can provide their owner a very important sense of security and will alert their owner if someone comes to the door, or maybe whenever they know that a person is in danger, just like the story I told you earlier. See how many benefits we get from owning a pet? And those are the advantages. And of course, if there's advantages, there's also disadvantages. And here's number 1. Pets cost money. Some people are lucky to receive a pet as a gift, or maybe adopt one. But for some, it is costly to buy dogs, cats, fish, birds, etc., especially if they have particular breed. Also, the owner has to pay for the food billings, grooming costs, and accessories. Number 2. Pets require time and attention. Some people get irritated to have pets at home. It's because of their time are spent on looking forward if their pet is getting the enough vitamins it needs, eating the right kind of food, drinking enough water, instead of relaxing. In general, pets are a lot to handle. Number 3. Pets can be destructive. They can damage or break anything in your house. It may be unintentionally, or accidentally. But however, training helps them to get used not to damage anything in your house, especially furniture. Number 4. Pets carry health risks for some people. To those people who have allergies or allergy prone, it is a risk for them to have a pet at home. It may be the cause of them to have health problems instead of reducing the possibility of it. And lastly, number 5, this is the most hated disadvantages of many. It is grief over death of pet. When the animal dies, the owner of the pet is overwhelmed with grief, as strong as if he or she had lost a companion. To those people who live alone, a dead pet may be, and it can be, an inconsolable loss for them. Many have experienced it already, and I know how it feels. Because that happened to me many times. But still, the memorable moment remains. In sum, owning a domesticated animal have both advantages and disadvantages. In my own opinion, it is better to have a pet at home, for the fact that it may have a big contribution to our health. Hence, a pet can help us to live more fully and more rewarding life. It teaches you many things, and it can save a life. Maybe for some people, it isn't and it can't be. But for most people, like me, my friends who have pets, like Mrs. Ariano, it is and it can be. It is your decision. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very, very much for listening to me. I'm very happy to be here today. I really appreciate the kindness and cooperation you all have shown me. To end my speech, I would like to say a famous quotation by Alfred Monteberg. I quote, "Animals are reliable, many full of love, true in their affections, predictable in their actions, grateful and loyal. Difficult standards for some people to live up to.